Hello and welcome, and thanks for stopping by to the final words and of course to the final pictures here. I know this equivalent of a 2 days hands-on class was certainly a lot of stuff to take in, and I'm really happy that you made it one time through. I know it's always too fast or too slow or too detailed or too much on the surface. Everyone needs it differently, and so I say thanks for your patience to go through all of this. And I know I have my own view to things, and I hope you enjoyed this perspective. You might have a different one, and the more you listen to material like this, the more you create, of course, a very specific new perspective to the things. And I'm happy to see the results, of course, what you come up with, and hopefully you could improve something. This is one of the many series inside of the theme of photography for 3D artists, and I hope I could share here a reasonable amount of information so the time invested was worth it. What I want to share here, after I have said pretty much everything already, I think it is always a very difficult part to search for a precise color workflow. And you might have seen that some images were a little bit warmer, a little bit colder from tutorial to tutorial, because I went a different road, I went a different path. And so with perhaps some color shifts between my recording and your screen based on non-calibrated monitors or gamma shifts from QuickTime or whatever comes across, I know that it is a little bit difficult to discuss color when I have no idea how you finally receive what I see here on my screen. So make your own tests, find your own workflow. It's very important that you know exactly what you do, and then find the best and the most comfortable way to get your results, and then stick with it. I hope I could present a way how to calibrate finally the camera, the light, and of course everything on the way along. So calibrate everything that you can do, get rid of the camera response curve, of course, and I have something more what I wish that you maybe think about. Think in stops. Stop thinking in percent values. That's not really something that we are used to do. Of course, in the old days we were driven by percent, but I think we see a tendency that we go to physical accurate renderings, and this will tend to be more and more based in stops in photography terms. And this is why I started here the whole series, because I believe deeply that we will finally end up using our cameras in Cinema 4D like we use digital cameras now in reality. If possible, stick with 32-bit, and I have shown here that I go more than often just to 16-bit because I don't get better material out of the camera at the moment. This will maybe change in the future, and to have started with 32-bit gives you much more flexibility later on. Maybe also some hard drives more in the shelves, but who cares, they are cheap. That's not an excuse anymore. So please use always the best quality you can get. Avoid JPEGs with 8-bit where you have no idea if the gamma was baked in or whatever happens. And then stay in one color space. I repeat here myself, I know this, but to have one color space that you know very well, that is then the choice for the whole chain. And one thing that I see more than often, and it drives me nearly nuts, and so I have to tell you that again. Don't adjust for beauty when you shoot textures. Don't set a black point just because it looks dark and contrasty and cool. Because on the end, you want to achieve exceptional quality based on your color grading when everything is done, and not before you even have started. And on the end, all what I can say, stay creative, because I hope I could show you some ways to create textures, to create panoramas, but it's always up to you what you finally create for your own workflow, for your own challenges that you have. And I hope you have many, because on these challenges you will grow, and you are already very, very far. And so my best wishes. Thanks for staying tuned. Have fun.